Action.
Well, guys, here's Louis, and this is part one of getting this 1968 Firebird, which we haven't come up with a name, so I'm interested in names. I think one of my buddies called it the neighbor or something like that.
That's a good one.
Because it is a good friend of mine. He is my neighbor.
He's a smart man.
A lot of help with Scott's car, Ladybird, towards the end. He helped me break in the engine. He knows how to drive manual. I don't. So he test drove the car. He gave me a hell of a lot of help, and we was able to use the lift for the backup switch. He was up there and I was down here, and we came up with a bracket for the backup switch. He's recording right now. So I think we're gonna call it the neighbor, something like that. Am I correct? Something like that, right?
Sounds good.
So this is the original 1968 that I've been talking about. Pretty much an original car. Okay, it was parked since 1980. The gentleman that owns the car bought it in 1973, and he drove it to 1980. I believe he told me he drove it only twice on the snow. When he found out that these Firebirds stink in the snow, he bought himself a Jeep, and that's why it's so pristine. I did a assessment on this car, and she is solid. The only thing I could see that is rotted out is some parts here in the quarter panel, which that's nothing. But the floor is totally complete, and I still can't believe it, but it is. It's totally complete. We are going to bring the lift down, and we are going to move it into the house garage, which technically is the shop where I do all my work and stuff. And over there, I probably break down what I'm going to be doing to this car. So just stay tuned, and you'll see more on the neighbor. Well, guys, we got the new bird here at the house garage, which is the shop where I restore these cars, and I usually restore them right there on that bay. On this bay, I try to keep a car that could go in and out and move under its own power, because it's way easier to have a running car than to be pushing a car. So due to the fact that the Lovebird is a running, driving car, she's here now just to get some final body work done, which I have started dialing in this quarter panel a little more, and I had to fix the quarter panel. She's nice and fixed, nice and straight, and I'm happy how she's coming out. Anyway, back to the new bird here, that I think the new name is going to be definitely the neighbor. So, like I said, an original 1968 Firebird convertible, matching numbers car, power top car, console car, automatic car, shifter on the console, on the bottom of the floor here. Here's the interior. Still looks damn pretty good. And everything under the hood still original. Okay,
So I took off the air cleaner, I took out the spark plugs, and I did pour some Marvelous Mysterious oil inside every cylinder. I did have a battery hooked up to her at the bird cage, not here. And between me and my buddy, we freed up the engine, because believe it or not, the last time I saw this car was almost 2 years ago, and I was able to turn the engine with the harmonic balancer, okay, with a crank bolt. And this time around, she was kind of tight, so I had to take out the water pump pulley, cut the belts. Like I said, let it soak for a little bit, but she spun right away. And we had the battery hooked up, and she actually turned with the starter, okay? But now, it's time to get her going to see if I could get a first start video. Let's see if this bird will turn on after how many years? 45 years? 1980 to now, 45 years. So, and I'm 44. so just to tell you, when this car got parked, I wasn't even born yet. But it's a really nice car. I can't wait to take a whole bunch of pictures, because this car is still like Pontiac did it, okay? I mean, everything is here, and it's a good reference point of how everything was done back in the day, okay? She still has everything. Unbelievable. She's not touched at all. Everything is right there, okay? Unbelievable. The transmission kick down, your idle solenoid, everything is there, okay? She definitely has some gremlins, some wiring issues. All right. And the deal with this bird is, I'm going to do as all the mechanic, as long as the engine could run under its own power, I'll keep on building the car. Like, I'm not gonna get into changing the timing chain or nothing like that, because that wasn't spoken on. But if the gentleman wants me to change the timing chain, that's gonna be another separate deal, because it takes work, right? Everything is work. But as for my deal is putting the suspension in, brand new, fuel line, brake lines, and rear suspension, and getting the engine with a nice clean tune-up, and see if she'll pop again. This has original points. We are gonna go with HEI, but the small cap, not the big bulky ones. So it's still gonna look original. She's still gonna have the coil like the way you see it there at the back. She's still gonna have that same cap like you see there. So she's gonna play the part. It's gonna look original. Okay. And let's go from there and see how this Firebird comes back to life right here at First Generation Garage, where a lot of Firebirds have come back to life. I try to shine my magic on her and see. Hopefully this car hitting the road again, because it's on my bucket list. Definitely on one of my things to do lists, to see how fast can I do it. How fast can I go through the mechanics and getting this car ready and going. As a body work, I ain't touching no body work unless the gentleman want to hire me for the body work and final paint. But as for now, I'm going to play the mechanic role on this car and get her back moving under her own power. Well, guys, kind of an idea what I'm going to be doing for the past videos. So if you guys want to learn how to do suspension work, rear and the front on a first gen F body, stay tuned to First Generation Garage. I will share the parts that I'm using, part numbers, where did I get it, and all that. fuel system, how to route the fuel lines and all that. So as long as you're willing to learn, I'm willing to make videos. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. Much more to come on the Neighbor. Like I always say, keep your hands dirty. Your project will move forward. And I promise you, because I'm going to show you, I'm going to keep my hands dirty on this one. And this one will be driving out of the garage next time. Bye-bye.